this is a World of Warcraft video. Oh my goodness. A WoW video? Are you nuts? Okay. This is our lights on. Oh wow. This will be an episode of where I just talk a bunch about a bunch of stuff. You get to see me doing heroic stuff.
Still recharging. I need a target.
Anyway. So Warlords of Draenor 6.1 has been out for quite a while. I was supposed to make a video about it, but I never did. Because I procrastinate and I am very horrible at that. So you'll have to forgive my sins. Please forgive me. Please forgive this eternally 20 person. Please? Please? Okay.
That's still recharging.
Back to the topic at hand. Many critics are saying 6.1 didn't have as much content as they thought. You know, it's just not that much. You know, people just go Blue just barely putting out for a yearly expansion. You know, that stuff. So let's review my personal philosophy. I don't think yearly expansions work. I think, you know, you should spend a decent amount of time in a certain expansion. Because, as many believe, if we have to have yearly expansions and content is sacrificed, or the quality of it, then they say no. This is an interesting dilemma. Interesting when we speak of discussing things. Now some probably think, you know, whatever, who cares? I think those that are superbly invested in this probably like, no, we should care. I mean, well, yes. But, you see, yeah, I can't talk her. Especially when I'm fighting. Anyway, so let's talk. 6.1 brought some garrison stuff added. Like, for example, there's one guy that comes into your base every day, and you log on and we'll see a new one. So that's nice. Selfie camera was put in, which I'm not super thrilled about that. I mean, I'm like indifferent to it. That said, I don't think it could hurt. I mean, having a picture of the character. Twitter support, WoW has now been put in as well. And many people are, you know, getting mad and going into this knee-jerk reaction. Oh, it's turning into a Facebook game, blah, blah, blah. However, I think I'd offer a counterpoint. Facebook games generally aren't nearly as high quality as AAA games or even games like WoW. So I say to you, think of a better argument. Now you could say this could be used for better resources. I'd say that's fair. Although I don't think the selfie camera is that much of a big deal. Sorry, gonna fight here. Anyway. Needless to say, that's one part of the content, and then there's the Garrison Jukebox. I haven't got it myself, but that's one part you can. It basically lets you play certain music from places in your garrison instead of the music tab, which I think is nice. That's pretty cool. And Sergeant Prowler, whatever, or equivalent, is you get the buy these missives for garrison resources, and you know, it gives you these little quests that are almost like the daily quests you get every day, and you can choose to go them wherever you want at a cost of resources, which is like 200 apiece or whatnot. Thus, you kind of do all those at your end, you can get more effective crystals at a higher rate and quicker. Which is probably why they changed the Apexis crystal color to green. I mean, right now the Apexis crystal rewards are slightly minimal. I mean, there's the reputation factor that give you certain stuff. They're probably gold and Apexis crystals, but that's it. Which, mildly disappointing, but it's the new currency you use to buy stuff. Now, as for what do I do with them? Well, I use these missives to, I just do them to, you know, go and travel the world of Draenor and fight, you know, because I like having fun doing it. I like doing the outdoor content kind of thing, instead of staying in my garrison all the bloody damn time. Because, for some reason, I had a tendency to stay in MOP. I stayed in the shrine all the time. And that was something I kind of did a lot. So, I guess it's an improvement in terms of open world content. What else was in 6.0? There were some minor class changes, just a little, but not too much to be worried about. I mean, they have added more than I initially thought they were adding in the first place, but I feel like they could have done a little bit more. I feel like there's less content, at least as of this video, not as much as, say, the last, like, compared to 5.1. I can't say that, you know, this patch is less than 5.3, because I know people didn't like that. I think 5.3 had less, but they're close to each other. And there was, way back when 5.1 went on the PTR, there was this like little, you know, Iron Harbor or whatever quest that apparently led you to Nan, and it was taken out for unknown reasons. And from what I've read, a blue post basically said it just led you to Nan, there wasn't much to it, which makes sense. I can understand why it was sent to, you know, kind of, so, you know, the kind of like, it would make more sense to put it in 6.2. Wow, I'm not thinking very well tonight, am I?
I need to get closer. I don't have a target.
So, any complaint about that? Well, I can't really say what it was because I have no idea what it is. I won't be able to tell you guys that until 6.2 is close to being released, or even on the PTR, so who knows when that will be. And I don't even think it'll be, honestly, I don't think we're going to have it for a while. I don't even think we'll see it this month. I can't even recall when Warcraft Foundry first released, but I wager we're going to have another month or two before we see any hints of 6.2, whatever that is. And I suspect it's the Iron Citadel, basically the Iron Horde's, you know, main base of operations. Although one would think it would be in the Grand, but it's actually in Tanaan, but okay. Tanaan Jungle is basically the zone that we can't access. Right there. I don't know what's supposed to be there, but I
can't cast that yet.
But when I did the starting zone stuff, it seemed like that's where the Laughing Kilrog Deadeye's plan would be. And there was this rumor that I saw around there, some predicting that Kilrog is going to, you know, defect and betray Grommash. You know, Grommash will be alone and whatnot. I don't know about that, but I mean, I don't think it's out of belief. I haven't seen Kilrog to give in that I know of. He doesn't seem like the guy that just keeps going on and on until it's bitter end. I know Grom would probably be stubborn and just keep us going. That's how I see it. Now as for... I mean, we'll probably do a lot of exploring in Tanaan Jungle. Like, what does it entail? I don't know, but my expectations is it should have a lot, because Blizzard Head says there's some surprises waiting for us, which, that's nice. But I certainly hope the surprises are very well. I mean, I'm not being super skeptical here. I mean, I'm pretty optimistic. It's just 6.1 kind of put a bit of a, like, I feel like 6.1 just got bitch slapped and like, you're not gonna offer content? Oh, no, you silly little patch. No. I'm not saying 6.1 should have been a major content patch for the raid, but at least offers a little bit more in the open world. I mean, some of the open world content is nice. I mean, you could save the big raid stuff in the major content patches, however you need to do it.
I need a target.
So, I would say, you know, offer for Tanaan Jungle, I expect to see some, you know, obviously a lot of the treasures that you see on the map, the treasures, a bunch of that to kind of, you know, push you in the direction of exploring the whole zone. I also expect, you know, we're not going to be able to fly there. I don't know if they'll apply flying to all the other zones, barring Tanaan Jungle. It couldn't hurt, but I honestly would not care if they didn't do anything, and my FPS is dropping. So, I expect that. I expect the storyline to continue, and, you know, it's gonna get... I expect it to be kind of brutal. Like, this is gonna be one of the big battles at the end. I mean, I have one idea in my head, but I don't know how I feel about it. Like, when Tanaan Jungle opens, it's not gonna be, like, full of beauty or whatever. It's gonna be fucked up. Excuse my language, but fucked up as in the Legion is coming, basically, and came to Tanaan Jungle and just wrecked it. And Grom and his Iron Horde is in the middle of it, fighting them all off. So it's basically a cluster of nonsense. I mean, that's one idea I had, but I think Blizzard will just stick to the Burning Legion influence to smaller parts of Tanan Jungle, and then keep it for the raid. I mean, we see the Burning Legion in Shatrath. I mean, at least minor Burning Legion influence. And then the item, let me show you. If I can find it. I can't find it. This is gonna be embarrassing. Burning Legion missive. Right here. Lord Mongrethoth, rally your forces. The time is close at hand. Our orc pawns ready the portals into the heart of Oxygen as I speak. We'll devour ourselves, usher in the full might of our forces. That was related to Ockendune. And that didn't obviously work.
That's still recharging.
Because last time we checked, and spoilers for an Ockendune dungeon, but I assume you've seen it at this point, is that you defeat Terengar and he kind of just falls down through Ockendune and we don't really know what happens. I mean, it doesn't look like he dies. He doesn't act like he's dying. But I don't think we've seen the last of Terangor. I think he'll be back with his Shadow Council friends. With Gul'dan, Cho'Gall. I am not super sure what the Shadow Council's influence will be, but I know it'll be there. It has to be. I don't see the point in building it up to just not being there at all. I mean, because Cho'Gall does some stuff in Highmaul. So, I know this is long enough, I apologize. Anyway, I'm sure Gul'dan will probably have a more higher presence, somehow. Some way. We'll probably go after him via Khadgar or part of the Legendary Side. And I'm actually anyway. And I think, obviously, the end boss fight is Grommash Hellstorm. Obviously, I don't know how they're going to put it out. I don't. But if I have any hopes, he's not redeemed like, you know, Blizzard's sucker for romance. That sin is. And I doubt he's watching this video, but if he is, please don't make Grommash redeemed again. I mean, I'm not super high on the originality thing, but maybe this time don't be original. You know, Grommash isn't redeemed. I mean, in my opinion, I think he has to die one way or the other, just like how Manaroth died one way or the other. This is a different timeline, but he'll die. I subscribe to the belief that, you know, the timeline will come full circle. It will appear the same way. You know how Manaroth got killed by Grommash, but it happened in a different way. And eventually Grommash will die, but probably in a different way. I mean, there are many theories to this. I mean, some think Grommash is just gonna say fuck it and just drink the demon blood, and well, he'll turn into Fel Grommash. Basically, he's a Fel orc and all that. Like it's real. Like this is powered up Fel, almost like as if we had to, as if we were Thrall in Warcraft 3 and we had to fight him. Kind of like that. I don't know if they'll do it, but it certainly would be welcome. And obviously the Burning Legion would be in charge. Full damage would be telling them to do it and steal the way to fight and beat these guys and take the power, you know. Even though Grommash said we will never be slaves. And I don't really think it'll happen, because he says he'll never be slaves, and thus he can kind of be a slave in the first place. Now another theory, I can't really quite say it is, but I like it. Grommash isn't going to do it at all, but the Burning Legion, Archimon or whatever, basically is like, screw you, bro. You're taking that demon blood and you will like it. Basically, they force him to drink the blood or shove it down his throat. And he transforms, and it's almost tragic. I mean, he will get his ass kicked and die. I mean, no redemption of sorts. More of a tragic character. And I don't think Grom originally was a tragic character. More like almost a villainous person. Almost in the end trying to do honor, but does a lot of bad stuff and does something heroic at the end. Somewhat, he's a complex character, and it's kind of hard to pinpoint. So I think him dying in that way would be satisfying on some level. That's one theory. Now, obviously, the lowest theory is obviously Grom is like, you fight with him to help fight off the Burning Legion, yada. He does a heroic ending, which I think a lot of us are like, don't do that. But I wager at this point, the story has already been set, if that's what it's gonna be. And I really hope it's not, because it's just gonna be like, I can stomach it personally. I just won't like it, because it's not a deal breaker. It shouldn't be a deal breaker. I'm just thinking, what, really? Now, I think I guess the most Blizzard-esque way to do it was, you fight him and we do kill him. It's just he never does take the demon blood. He just gets killed by the Burning Legion. But he doesn't die, bro. He just gets killed. You know, kind of like the Iron Horde is fighting us and the Burning Legion, and, you know, eventually they just fall. And then we're kind of left to pick up the scraps of the Burning Legion. Hey, they're here. Kind of big shit. Big trouble. And that's mostly the raid. At least the end boss fight. As for the raid itself,
it's too far away.
This is probably long-winded, and I don't think I can do it on the video. That's personally some of the stuff that's come to mind when it comes to Grom.
That spell is...
And what else happened. I just hope there's a lot more open world content and some additional stuff. I can't really think of what else to add. Maybe add extra daily quests to do. Oh, I know, daily quests, they're the bane, because for some reason Blizzard took most of it all out. I don't know why, but they reacted, they like to react in extremes. So I just hope there's a lot more stuff to do in the open world itself. I'm just really hoping. I know they have it. I know they can do it. And they've done a decent job of open world content so far. I just think they can do a lot even more. So I am excited for it. If there's any suggestions of what Blizzard could do, leave the comments or at least say something what they could do. That said, I think they should at least think of the idea of adding open world content more. you know, doing more stuff to do. Like, I also hope they continue the trend of rares being out in the open world every now and then. But I'm not really fond of the implementation of once you kill the rare, it's not rare. I don't know how I feel about that, but I certainly like the idea of championing more than harder mobs in fights, giving you a bit of extra damage. Even though the mobs generally these days, they're a bit more difficult than the average. At least compared to vanilla. Or what is vanilla? I rambled on long enough for you guys. So this has been I guess I'll call it World of Warcraft or Warlords of Draenor. The content dilemma and what comes next. So this has been Elder on Lights On. If you liked the video, please leave a like. Or liked what I said. Disable ad block and all that. And I'll see you guys next time. This has been Elder on Lights On. Bye.